Hello everyone, welcome to the next video of data structure and algorithm. In this video, we learn what is the meaning of BFS or breadth first search. Okay, so this is one traversal mechanism to display the values of graph. But before going to the concept of BFS, let us understand what is graph is all about. Now, graph is nothing but it's a collection of vertices and edges. So, what do you mean by a vertex? Now, the circle is representing a vertex, and the connecting line between these two vertices is known as your edges. So, graph is nothing but it's a collection of vertices and edges. Okay. So, this graph can be two types. One will be undirected, and another one will be directed. So if you see the example of undirected graph, you will find that there is no direction between any pair of vertices. Okay. But in directed graph, we will find some direction like 0 to 1, 0 to 4, 4 to 1, 1 to 3, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and 3 to 4. Okay. So this is known as a directed graph. And if you'll find the adjacency matrix of this particular graph, you have to compare every pair of vertices. Okay. So 0 to 0, there is no self loop or there is no edge in between 0 to 0. So we'll keep a value 0 here. Okay. Now 0 to 1, direction is there. So we'll put the value 1 here. 0 to 2, there is no direct connection and there is no direction also. So here you will put 0. 0 to 3, you will put 0. 0 to 4, there is a path and the direction is also there. So we'll put the value 1. Now coming to vertex 1, 1 to 0, there is no edge or there is no direction. So we'll put 0 here. 1 to 1, also there is no direction. 1 to 2, yes, there is a outward edge. So we'll put value 1 here. 1 to 3, available. 1 to 4 is not available. So 0. Okay. Similarly, coming to 2, 2 to 0, there is no direction from 2 to 0. 2 to 1, also there is no direction. 2 to 2, there is no direction. 2 to 3, yes, there is a direction from 2 to 3. So 1. 2 to 4, there is no directed path. So this will be 0. Okay. Now coming to 3, 3 to 0, no direction. 3 to 1, same. 3 to 2, same. 3 to 3, same. But 3 to 4, there is a direction. So 1. Now 4, so 4 to 0, this will be 0. 4 to 1, yes, there is a connection. So 4 to 2, no. 4 to 3, no. 4 to 4, no. Okay. Now this is known as adjacency matrix because if you consider the example of vertex 0, now 1 and 4 are the adjacent vertex of 0. Clear? So that is why 1 values are there. So from this particular matrix, you can check anywhere 1 is there. That means it has a corresponding direction and both are adjacent to each other. Okay. So this adjacency matrix will be helpful to implement the concept of BFS. Okay. Now coming to what is the meaning of BFS. Now BFS is known as your breadth first search. Okay. And this is one algorithm for what? For traversing or searching any value in tree or graph. Okay. So specifically the values of graph can be traversed by use the help of BFS. Okay. So it can start from any tree root or from any arbitrarily random node of a graph. Okay. So sometimes that particular value is known as a search key. What actually you are searching. Okay. And it will find all the neighbors of the node of the present, particularly to which node you are searching. Okay. So you have to find all the neighboring nodes, yeah, but according to the breadth prior, because you have to go side by side for a particular level of nodes you have to traverse, then you are allowed to go to the next level. Okay. So we'll see one example and we'll find the solution so that we'll know how the BFS traversal can be done. Okay. But for BFS, a special concept is known as, that is, queue data structure is used to find the solution. Okay. So but this is what the starting vertex from where we will find the, or we'll start our traversal. Okay. So we'll use the concept of queue. So let us find the solution step by step. Okay. So to which vertex first you are traversing? 0. Okay. And there will be a resultant array where we'll keep the values in which order you are doing the traversal. Okay. So first vertex is 0, what actually I am traversing. Okay. So I am keeping that value inside the queue. Okay. So for every vertex, there will be three states. Either it is not visited, or it is visited. Okay. So visited means either this is being processed or this is already present in the resultant matrix. Okay. So if the vertex is inside the queue, means this is visited. If the vertex is inside the resultant array, that is also visited. But as I am currently present at vertex number 0, so I have not processed 0, 4, 3, anything. So that is coming under not visited. Okay. So for not visited, let us keep the value 0, and for visited, we'll keep the value 1. Okay. So we'll bring those vertices into the queue which status of visit is 0, means it is not visited. Okay. So initially 0 is present here, so we'll convert its status to 1. Okay. Now any vertex which is present in the queue, okay, will be deleted from the queue and will be brought to the resultant array, means that processing is over. Okay. Now any node you are bringing to resultant, you have to find the directly connected vertices or the adjacent vertices into the queue. Clear? So in step 2, you are finding that 1, 2 are adjacent vertices of 0, because currently 0 you have brought to the resultant. So any vertex will bring to resultant, you have to find the adjacent vertices. Okay. And then you have to insert into the queue. Done. So after 1, you are inserting 2. So this is your wish. You may insert 2 first, you may insert 1 first. But remember, any node will be, what you will insert first will be removed or will be deleted first. Okay. So you have to delete 1 from queue and keep in resultant. Okay. So whenever you will delete 1, you will bring that one to resultant. Now currently what is present in the queue? Now 2 is present. Now whenever you will delete 1, you have to find all the adjacent vertices. So what is the adjacent vertex? Now 4 is the adjacent vertex. So you have to bring 4 here. Okay. So in the next step, you have to check out of 2 and 4, which vertex has been inserted first. Now obviously 2 has been inserted first. So you'll delete 2 first. And once you'll delete, you'll bring that one to resultant. So currently your queue contains 4. Now once you'll delete 2, its resultant or adjacent vertex is 3 and also 1, but 1 is already visited. So you cannot insert once again 1 here because its status of visit is already 1. Okay. So you have to bring those vertices whose status is 0. Okay. Now currently you are bringing 3 here. In the next step, you will delete 4. You will bring here. What is the adjacent vertex of 4? Next 3. But 3 is already there. So nothing to do. In step 5, you have to check in your queue, only 3 is present. So next time you have to delete 3 and you'll bring here. Okay. And now you can check your queue is empty. So the process will be completed when your queue will be empty, and this is what you have to print the resultant. So in this way, the traversal of BFS has been done. Okay. So very simple concept is here. You have to bring one first node into the queue, delete it, keep in the resultant. Any node you are deleting, just traverses adjacent vertices and keep it into the queue. According to the principle of queue, first in, first out, you have to delete the first element what you have visited and you will bring to the resultant. And when the process will be over, your resultant matrix will contain the list. Okay. So let us implement the same concept through programming. Done. So for that, I need to use a function BFS here. So I need a graph. Suppose the dimension is 10 cross 10. Then as you have discussed that one visited matrix I have to keep for every vertex. I have to keep the status as whether it has been visited or it has been not been visited. Clear? Now you have to enter the adjacent matrix of the entire graph. Clear? So for every graph, you need to take the input for row and column. But before that, you have to ask the user, enter the total number of vertices in graph. Okay. So entering the total number of vertices. Clear? Accordingly, you have to enter the value for the adjacency matrix. Done. So here I have given the comment line that currently you have to enter the value for adjacency matrix. Clear? So printf enter the adjacency matrix, because this is the only matrix from which you will know that now my value which node is connected to which node and direction is present from which node to another node. Okay. But the matrix will be a two-dimensional array, because the adjacency matrix example we have solved that from every vertex to another vertex you have to check. So it will be a two-dimensional array, and the row number will be the total number of vertices. The column number is also total number of vertices. Clear? Okay. So you have currently entered the adjacency vertices. Done. Now, whenever the adjacency vertices you have entered, you are sure that you have not visited any of the node currently. Clear? So if you have not visited any of the node, then for every node, the visited status will be false. That means I have not visited any of the node. So for every node, I'll keep the status as 0. Okay? Means I have not visited any node. Now I'll call BFS with suppose starting vertex is 0. Done. So once the starting vertex is 0 that I have set, then I'll start my processing here. So what will be my processing? The first thing I will do that I'll print that particular vertex first, because from which value or from which vertex I'll start my journey. Okay. So first of all, I need to print that one. Okay. So I printed the vertex because 0 I'll print first because I'm starting my journey from that. And once I have visited that one, I'll make it as 1. Okay. So visited vertex as 1. Done. Now what I'll do for that particular vertex, I'll check. Suppose 0 I am passing. So for 0, I'll check whether 0 to 0 any direction is there is not. 0 to 1 any direction is there or not. 0 to 2 is direction is there. Whenever I'll get a direction, I'll just input into the queue and then I'll keep in the resultant. That means I'll process that vertex first and again I'll just implement the same BFS concept for that particular vertex. Okay. So I'll start j equal to 0, j less than total, j plus plus. Okay. Now what I am doing, I'll consider those nodes which is not visited. So that means not of visited j. Not of visited j means what? Now initially I have initialized visited as 0. Clear? Now suppose 0 to 0. So that means 0th node. Okay. So 0th node I will not consider because already that is visited. So currently visited of 0 is 1. So not of 1 will be 0. So that means I am not considering 0. Then suppose I am start going for 1. J will become 1. So visited of 1 is currently 0. So visited of 1 is 0. Not of 0 will be true. So that means I can consider 0 to 1 if there will be a path. Clear? And how to know that? Now I have stored the value where in the graph. What value I have stored? Now from vertex to j. If that value is equal to 1, that means that node I can process. Okay. So what I will process? Now I'll call BFS for that particular j. That's all. Simple. So any node which is not visited and from that particular vertex, currently what vertex I have printed, mean this is present in my resultant, that value, then it's any of the connected node is equal to 1 means that is present in my adjacency matrix. If that is 1, so that means I have to process this particular node first. Okay. Then I'll pass this one. Again from that node anything is connected, again that will be processed. Okay. So let us save this one. Simple concept. Initially I have declared one graph, total number of vertices I have entered, then the adjacency matrix we have entered with the values of either 0 or 1. Then initially I have not visited anything, so I have kept it at 0. Then I have started visiting from node number 0. Okay, keeping in the vertex and printing that one first. And then it's changing the status as 1. So any vertex I'll print, that status will become 1. Okay, and then from that vertex to anything is connected, then I'll get the value as 1. So I'll process or I'll call BFS recursively for the new vertex. Okay, so simple. So the example, whatever we have discussed earlier, let us find the solution. Okay, so one extra bracket is here. Spelling mistake. Now it's okay. Okay. So we have not given the prototype here. So let us give that one. Okay. Done. So once the total number of vertex it is asking, let us give the same example that we have done in the diagram. Okay. So what we have given, now there will be 5 number of vertices. Okay. So the adjacency matrix, suppose I am entering 0, 1, 1, 0, 0. Clear? Then 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. Okay. Again 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. Done. Then 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay. And the last one 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. Okay. Now this is what the traversal 0, 1, 4, 3, 2. Okay. So I'll suggest everyone that check this adjacency matrix. Already the graph is there. Already you have done. But you draw the graph from this adjacency matrix. Anything is one means direction is there. So put the direction, find the graph, apply the procedure what we have discussed in the slide. Okay. And then check whether the answer is correct or not. Okay. So this is what is all about your BFS traversal. Okay. So I'll share this particular code in the link in the description part. If you'll understand the code, it's good. Just try to understand and execute it so that it will be more clear for you. Okay. And if you need any kind of help, you will find the code from the GitHub link. Okay. So this same example we have entered, and whatever the solution we got, the same solution we will get here. Okay. So thank you everyone for watching this.